So, good morning. We're back again with another Premier League transfer update. This time it's kind of big news, actually. It's not individual teams or players, but we're going to get into the new Brexit regulations that are kicking in on the 1st of January 2021. This is something I actually spoke about maybe July, perhaps, maybe before that, maybe even March, when we were in lockdown. I remember seeing this, and this is going to impact Chelsea probably more than anyone in the Premier League. But I'll come to that in a second. Make sure if you haven't checked out the previous videos on the channel that you do, make sure you smash a big thumbs up on the video and make sure that you are fully subscribed to the channel if you are not, as we are very close. If I can readjust my bloody hood, we are very close to 50,000 subscribers, which is madness, absolutely madness. But we are going to go through this with a fine-tooth comb. And new Premier League transfer rules confirmed as clubs learn post-Brexit regulations. Premier League clubs, I'm not sure whether anyone's interested in I'm a Celebrity, Russell and Jess being kicked out, but it's there. It's at the bottom of the screen. I don't watch TV. So yeah. Premier League clubs have learned the new rules regarding transfer post-Brexit, which includes the fact they will no longer be able to sign highly rated foreign teenagers under the age of 18 years old. If this website stops moving buggy, then we can go through it. The Premier League clubs will no longer be able to sign foreign youngsters under the age of 18 after the Brexit rules were confirmed on Tuesday evening. The clubs will also be restricted to just 3 overseas signings under the age of 21 from January onwards, and only 6 foreign players per season moving forwards. This is big news, by the way. I'll come to that in a minute. At a time when the likes of Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich are snapping up Europe's best stars at increasingly young ages, it puts the Premier League clubs firmly behind the 8 ball when it comes to landing the best teens in the game. The simple fact is it could cost them millions. It will also see Premier League elites increasingly raid the academy systems of lower league English clubs, with devastating news for those clubs, giving compensation afforded is never really fit for purpose. It then carries on with points will depend on senior youth and international appearances, quality of the selling club based on the league they are in and position, and progression of continental competition. Club appearances based on domestic league and continental competition minutes. The criteria will provide, this is a new criteria. Sorry, I missed that opening line out, didn't I? There you go. The Premier League, EFL, Football Association have agreed on the framework. This is the framework, obviously. The criteria will be provided the framework for the Premier League, EFL clubs to sign overseas players when the UK leaves the EU on the 31st of December 2020. Richard Masters, the chief executive of the Premier League, said the Premier League has worked with the FA to come to an agreement to ensure no part of Brexit should damage the success of the Premier League or the prospects of the English teams. We welcome the news of the Home Office has approved the governing body endorsement plan of the 2021 transfer window. Continuing to be able to recruit the best young players will see the Premier League remain competitive and compelling, and the solution will complement our player development philosophy of the best foreign talent alongside the homegrown players. Following the transfer window, we look forward to reviewing the agreement with the FA. Chief Executive of the FA, Mark Bullingham, said, despite having different starting perspectives on how Brexit should impact football, this is another example of how the football authorities can work effectively together for the greater good of the game. A joint statement from the Premier League, EFL and FA declared the system meets the joint objectives of the Premier League and FA following access to the best players and future talents for the clubs, as well as safeguarding English teams and ensuring opportunities for homegrown players. The agreement in accordance with the government's required criteria and will come into effect when the UK leaves the EU in the new year. This will be implemented in the 2021 January transfer window and reviewed in full ahead of the summer window. Now, this is massive news, because I'll tell you something now. Chelsea, and the reason I brought up Chelsea is they tend to have a pool, a deep pool. It's like a never-ending pool of talent from all over the world in their academies. They're relentless, Chelsea. If you go and have a look at how many players Chelsea have got out on loan this season alone, it's ridiculous. It's about 55, 60 players. Arsenal, I think, have got about 5. So to put it into perspective, they're 10 times better at it than we are. And this could impact Chelsea probably more than anyone else because, like I said, they are the masters of it. Bayern Munich, again, are up there. Borussia Dortmund, another one. But anyone under the age of 18 that is not based in the UK, you can't sign them. And I think, in a way, that's good because it does mean we have to progress our own game. But at the same time, I feel like that's hindering some of these clubs because some of these clubs, like Southampton, for example, I know they bring through a lot of English kids, but Southampton or Brighton and teams like that, they might find a gem, or they think it's going to be a gem when they're 15, 16 maybe, bring them over, put them in their academies, and then they come through and become a superstar, sell them on, and they, I don't know, make 20 million quid profit on them. That could be the long-term future of that football club for a year. You know, that might pay all the bills. So Southampton and Brighton are not the most richest clubs in the Premier League. But I don't know. I do think it is a good idea in some ways, but I do also think it can hinder clubs as well. I mean, for Arsenal, we're useless in the transfer market, let alone buying up the youth team players for the reserves. Although saying that, our reserve team players, we have got a lot of good kids coming through. The majority tend to be English. Maybe we were ahead of the curve. I don't know. Maybe we're 10 years behind. And now we're like, oh, okay, well, we're too far behind, so we just go with the English ones. I don't know. But one thing I do know is this could have a massive impact. Not so much now, but in 2-3 years down the line when you get the full benefit or not benefits of that. But let me know in the comment section what you think about all of that. Tell me which teams you think, other than Chelsea, if there is any in the Premier League that could impact. Let me know who could be globally impact more than anyone. They obviously spoke about Bayern Munich in that report. They obviously spoke about Dortmund. Didn't speak about Madrid or Barca. They tend to produce their own 9 times out of 10. But Chelsea, for me, are the one. But leave it in the comment section. I'd love to know your thoughts on all of that. Make sure you are subscribed. So close to 50K. Halfway to the YouTube plaque, baby. And fully grafting. Sleeves up. We're grafting out here. Come on. And we don't need no boosts. We boost ourselves. And that's down to you guys. And thank you very much. Do appreciate it as always. And I will be back again, hopefully with a press conference reaction a little bit later on this afternoon when Mike L. Tapas Pulis decides to come out and face the public. But there we go. Have a wonderful day. I'll leave you all in peace. Laters, peeps.